Weekly Outdoor Plus is a new and exciting outdoor show right here on Fox 55 WFXS. Presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point. Starring new owner Gary Hintz. His youngest son, the show pro, Jace Hintz. And the show producer, creator, and host, his oldest son, Seth Hintz. So now sit back and relax and get ready to learn about archery and the world of the outdoors. This week marks our 75th episode here on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Today we are looking back at some of the highlights from the last 25 episodes, starting with Gary and Dan in this great segment on peep sights.
Okay, we're back here at Bucks and Bulls Archery today. I got Daniel here, and what we're going to do is he's going to show us how we're going to tie in peep sights. And I'll tell you the importance of a peep sight. I'm an advanced certified archery instructor. When I teach people how to shoot, the first thing I teach them is an anchor point. And an anchor point consists of where your hand is on your face, where the string is on your nose, and then you use your peep sight for like 3 different anchor points, and that's like a back sight of your bow. And if that's accurate, then your front sight will be accurate. So what we're going to do is show you how to put a peep sight in, the importance of a peep sight, and how to place it in the right spot. And Daniel's going to tie one in for us now. So.
Alrighty, we're going to use this Monster Chill R right here. So one of the new Matthews bows, 333 feet per second. 340 feet per second. 33 inches axle to axle. It's got the focus grip, nice thin rubber grip. So it's one of the favorites this year. So.
And it does shoot good. I won the state championship with it a couple weeks ago.
It's true.
I had to tell you that.
Alrighty, so now I have the bow. I'm gonna tie the peep sight in and show you guys how I'm doing it. What I already did is I made a little white mark on the string right here. That's where the peep sight's gonna go, because we have people pull the bow back. We take white out and put a mark right where their eye is, even with their sight. So I have that mark. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna put that peep sight in there right now. Alright, so I got the peep sight in there. Had the string relaxed, now I'm going to tighten it back up again. Get it right where it needs to be. Alright, now I already have all my tools set out. When I have a lighter, I got my 3D serving, it's called, and then I got my pliers here. So, first I'm going to do is take the serving right here and cut a little over a foot of serving material. So, alright. So, have my little bit of serving, I don't know if you can see that, but got that here, so I'm going to just start tying on the top side of the peep right now. Now, I kind of have this first top piece done. You can see I have tag ends here. What this is just, I leave these on here so I can pull it tight. That'll give me something to grab onto. So, smaller end is gonna be from the top half. Pull that down. Then I'll take this longer piece, pull that up. Now I have a nice serving on the top side of my peep sight, and I'll take the lighter. I'm just gonna burn that off. And then burn this down all the way. And obviously you have to be very careful with the lighter next to your string because this has wax in it. We all know that wax isn't candles, so it can burn very easily. I've been doing this for over a year and a half now. Yet to burn a string, so you can trust me. So if any of you guys ever needed a peep sight installed, be sure to bring it to a pro shop because the bow does have to be pressed. You can't just put it in there with your hands or try to press it yourself because it's a lot of pressure these are under, so you gotta be careful and you gotta have hands of a surgeon, I like to say, because like I said, with the lighter and you're working with the string material and pulling it apart and stuff, so you gotta be really careful, and that's why you can bring it to us and we'll take care of it. So. Alrighty, now I have the peep sight all tied in. So this is not set in stone, these little pieces of serving. I can slide if we need to make minor adjustments. Usually if it's a light poundage bow, you can get away with sliding the peep sight without pressing it, but most of the time you're going to want to get it pressed because that can sometimes fray the actual string. So right now we're going to give it a go, see if this is in the right spot, and make some minor adjustments if needed. Now we got the peep sight tied in. We're gonna give it the first try right now. Gary's gonna pull back, and it's matched up to his anchor point right now. But like I said, we can do some minor adjusting if needed. The biggest thing when you have your peep sight in there, you want that to circle your scope right here. So this should match up your peep sight with your actual housing. So you should be looking at, you know, 2 circles that are perfectly matched up in size. That's the biggest thing. So if you need a smaller one or need a bigger one, we have those here too, but right now we're going to let Gary check to see if it's in the right spot. And you can see his anchor points. He's got tip of his nose, corner of his mouth, his hand is on his face.
Yep, my peep sight circles my scope housing perfectly. We put it in to match my peep sight, or my anchor point matches the peep sight. And looks good.
All right, so if that was twisted or if it was a little too high or too low, like I said before, the serving, it's not permanent, so we can slide it a little bit if we need to. And if it was twisted a little bit, we can add or subtract, you know, a half a twist from the string just to get that coming back nice and straight for you so you can see through it and it's not an oval shape. So, yeah.
If you think you want to come in and try a different size peep sight, or if it's not coming back straight, we can fix all that here. Daniel, James, and I'd be happy to help you.
Attention all fireworks fans, get ready for this year's 4th of July to go off with a big bang as Stevens Point welcomes Fire in the Sky Fireworks Store at 3274 Church Street. Has nearly every brand, shape, size, color, and variety, so stop one time this year and get everything you need from sparklers and fountains to mortars, bottle rockets, firecrackers, and cakes. Or stop down to Fire in the Sky, 3274 Church Street, Stevens Point's largest fireworks store. Must be 18 years old to purchase with valid ID.
It's summertime and the living's easy.
If you start all your projects here at Frank's Hardware on Highway 10 in Stevens Point.
From seeds to irrigation and endless lawn and garden tools, we have it all, so you can get your work done and enjoy it this summer. We also do screen repair, lawnmower blade and knife sharpening, and offer the supplies to put in your own well, including equipment rental. And while you're here, pick up your seed and sets in bulk so you always have the right amount.
So make us your lawn and garden headquarters this summer.
That's Frank's Hardware on Highway 10 in Stevens Point. See you soon.
This mineral is a game changer. I've put the odds in my favor. It's time to close the deal. I wouldn't change a thing. Finally, the buck of a lifetime. Real Deal Mineral. The results speak for themselves.
Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point is now under new ownership and has a new location. Stop down to 3272 Church Street and meet the new owner, Gary Hintz. His fully stocked pro shop carries Matthews, Hoyt, and many more products to serve all your needs. They also do all repairs for any style and full customizations. Leagues and lessons will begin soon, so stop in today and check out what's new, because we're confident that we can get you from in here to out there. Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Next, we are going back to the beginning of our Wisconsin turkey season, where we find ourselves in the blind with new member Mike Gruber and his bow.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Jason's here with you again. We're going to be going over different, basically archery rules, I would call them, or line etiquette of when you're going to be coming into a local shop or you're going to be shooting a league or some sort of tournament. Just the proper way to go about it so you're not making people upset and you're also being respectful about it. That's the biggest key, basically, is being respectful. So we're going to start off, basically, obviously you all start behind the line. If you're shooting spots, everyone kind of walks up to the line at the same time. If you're shooting 3D and it's like a partner shoot, or you know, you're ran to the bathroom or something, you're coming up to the line, the biggest thing is when you come up to the line, there's people shooting on both sides of you. Make sure that nobody's at full draw when you walk up to the line. Okay, take your time, give them a minute, let them take their shot, then you can step up to the line. So once everyone's done, you know, took their shot or whatever, then we can step up to the line. So everyone's shot, I can step up to the line. The next thing is you're all going to have either a quiver or an arrow tube. Your quiver is obviously either going to be forwards. They do make them backwards as well. But like if it's a tight tournament or, you know, we have a tighter line, if it's really tight, you got to make sure that you don't have them sticking straight out. Because the first thing that happens is you pull back and you're going to turn them and you're going to hit the people. So the first thing I always do with my quiver is I turn it so it's more in front of me. You're not going to hit it with your bow at all because you're going to be out in front and you don't have to worry about that at all. It's just something for common courtesy. Don't be poking the person in front of you with your arrows. The next thing, when you practice, I mean at home or just
be aware of it when you grab your arrows, okay? Don't be grabbing your arrows and, you know, setting your bow sideways and trying to put your arrow on. You'll be poking people, and they're not going to like that at all. Or if you stick it in their cam while they're at full draw or something, it's not going to be good. So practice, you know, a different, holding your bow down range, always having your arrows down range. When you put your arrow on your bow, you know, have everything straight in line, not sitting back here flipping your arrows around and, you know, bumping everybody. The next one would be is if you have an arrow tube. Another thing, I see a lot of people do this one where they have the arrow tube 4 feet behind them, so it's out of the way, or it'll be 5 feet in front of them, or it'll be behind them. When you're shooting archery, you don't want to have to move in between shots. It's one inconsistent thing. So have it standing directly in front of you. I mean, you can use it as a foot post, somewhere where you're always going to be standing. Again, you're not going to ruin your arrows. The best thing is your person in front of you is standing there shooting. You're not sitting here, okay, grab my arrows, and then you come back up and you're bumping them again and you're all out of shape again. So make sure you have them right in front of you so you can just grab your arrow, knock it up, take your shot. The only other thing then is basically going to be when you come off of the line. It's the same exact thing as coming on the line. Let them take their shots, okay? Let them take, you're no hurry to go sit back down, right? It's no rush. You can't go down range before anyone else is done shooting, so you might as well wait. So sit there, let them shoot, you know, don't stare at them, don't make it awkward, don't be breathing on them. Watch down range, watch behind you, you know, look at the ground, whatever you got to do. Don't try to make it awkward for them. That's, again, just a respect type thing. Last thing, again, don't be talking to people when you're up on the line. It's one thing, you know, if it's your buddy or whatever, that's totally fine. But, you know, there's still people around you as well. Don't be sitting there yelling about, you know, what happened at school today or how work went, and worry about that afterwards or when you're walking down range. When you take your shots, you know, focus on your being successful. That's what everyone wants to do. You know, most successful is the most exciting, most fun you can have. So, you know, a lot of time to visit. Try not to do it on the line as best you can. One thing also is when you're shooting, again, you make a bad shot or you make a good shot, don't be sitting here celebrating or pouting, because nobody wants to hear it normally. You know, every shot pleases somebody. Bad shot pleases whoever you're going against, and a good shot pleases yourself. We don't gotta celebrate, you know, afterwards. Okay, yeah, cool, talk about it, whatever, but not while you're on the line. Don't affect other people's shots, because you don't want them to do that to you. So again, when you get off the line now, we can walk back and everyone's done shooting, good to go. You can step back. Make sure, you know, you're not bumping anything, you're not hitting anybody, and again, just common courtesy. What would you do, you know? I mean, you don't want people to do it to you, so again, don't be afraid to come out though and try it. I mean, if you do something wrong, no one's gonna yell at you. It's just common courtesy. Try to make sure you are respecting yourself. So again, we have leagues starting up this week. If you're interested still, come on in, sign up. I mean, it's super fun, great time. It's pretty much just a fun league. Everyone has a handicap and everything, so I recommend coming and trying it, or just come check it out, see what it's all about. So as always, you guys have a good week, and hopefully I'll see you in your shooting.
All right, now it's time for one of our more exciting segments here on Weekly Outdoor Plus. It's where we get to keep our fans connected with the show. Don't forget, you can send in your pictures to weeklyoutdoorplus@live.com or link them up to us on Facebook to get in this segment of our show. Each week, as Sopa Cellular makes it extremely easy for you to capture these photos and then send and share them around effortlessly. Our first picture this week comes from Brennan with this unique wedding ring made of deer antlers. Next up, we have Caitlin and April practicing their archery skills at Bucks and Bulls. Here we have an awesome view of the sunset on Lake Wausau one evening. Next up, we have a trail cam photo showing us some antler growth progress. And here's one of Nolan with his giant muskie he was able to land. And our next picture is of Chase with this nice bass. And here's Emma, who also tagged along with Chase and her dad to go fishing. And our last picture this week is of a monster snapping turtle taking his time crossing the golf course. So stop on down to Sopa Cellular today and check out all their great deals, and stay tuned for more Weekly Outdoor Plus action.
Okay, we're here at Bucks and Bulls Archery today. We got Bruce Tremmel with us, and he brought his Hooters shooter machine. And what we're doing is we're shooting his bow out of this machine, and we set up exactly the same every time, draw length, and what else?
So it's draw length, the grip.
The grip.
The release is the same every time. By running each arrow through, we can get it so that it'll shoot this arrow in the same hole, and then take the rest of the arrows in the set and shoot them and adjust the nock so they go reasonably close to the same hole, if not in it. And because the shot sequence is exactly the same, the grip is exactly the same, in theory it should go in the same hole every time.
So we're tuning arrows without the human error.
Without the operator involved.
Yeah. And
Most of the time.
And this is Jace's Apex 7, so we all know it needs help.
But the one thing that happens is the machine, because of the kinetic energy released, catches the bow and it will cause it to shift, which is why sometimes we'll have some issues with it hitting in the same spot.
Yeah, the whole machine moves a little bit.
Yep, which is why you see all the weight.
Okay, let's try a couple.
We've already set this exactly to Jace's draw length, which is extremely long. And in this way we can recreate the same every time using the same release. This takes all the hand torque, everything out, same thing with the grip. Bullseye, catching it. Wow, we even hit the middle of the cardboard.
The cardboard.
Oh.
Slide it over a little bit. I was like, okay. You're in the middle of the target, it's just cardboard or something like that.
This is the second shot with the same arrow, just to make sure that the machine is all set, everything is staying the same. We've got some feeler gauge type things up here to tell us that we're vertically close, and in theory we're going to go in the same hole.
Perfect.
Boom.
Now,
And the machine is set where we want it.
Now
we
Jace can't blame his bow anymore.
Now we can take the rest of the arrows in that set and go after that spot. There you go.
Okay, this is the second shot with the second arrow, and you can see it went right in the same exact hole. So now we know everything's tuned right. The arrow's bind for the bow. The bow's set up right. It shoots flawless. Now it's Jace's bow, so now when he shoots, he knows he just has to take the human air out of his bow, and it'll shoot flawless. And we're gonna check all of his arrows to see if they all hit the center here, and if they do, then we know all of his arrows are good. If he has one arrow that don't group, then we know the arrow's not tuned.
Real Deal Mineral. The results speak for themselves.
Attention all fireworks fans, get ready for this year's 4th of July to go off with a big bang as Stevens Point welcomes Fire in the Sky Fireworks Store at 3274 Church Street. Has nearly every brand, shape, size, color, and variety. So stop one time this year and get everything you need, from sparklers and fountains to mortars, bottle rockets, firecrackers, and cakes. Or stop down to Fire in the Sky, 3274 Church Street, Stevens Point's largest fireworks store. Must be 18 years old to purchase with valid ID.
Looking for a fun, state-of-the-art facility to shoot your bow this winter? Blackhawk Archers in Polonia, Wisconsin wants you to join their club. Located just 15 minutes east of Stevens Point on County Road Z, Blackhawk Archers has a heated indoor range for both 3D and spot target shooters. Leagues will be forming soon, and they also will have open shoots for the public this winter. Check out blackhawkarchers.net to stay up to date and for more information. Or stop into Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point for membership forms. We'll see you there.
It's summertime and the living's easy.
If you start all your projects here at Frank's Hardware on Highway 10 in Stevens Point.
From seeds to irrigation and endless lawn and garden tools, we have it all, so you can get your work done and enjoy it this summer. We also do screen repair, lawnmower blade and knife sharpening, and offer the supplies to put in your own well, including equipment rental. And while you're here, pick up your seed and sets in bulk so you always have the right amount.
So make us your lawn and garden headquarters this summer.
That's Frank's Hardware on Highway 10 in Stevens Point. See you soon.
Now we end today's show with Gary, James, and Al taking a break from shed hunting to hunt some coyotes one afternoon.
Okay, you got him?
Yeah.
You got him? Go ahead. Wait till he stops. Kick him, James.
Wow. That was what? 2 minutes.
You see the way he's
See him jumping up and down?
Unbelievable.
Put him into a pile. I thought you were pulling my freaking leg.
What? What's that?
Right there he is. I'm like, come on.
God, I can't believe that.
That was a pretty colored one too. He was reddish.
I think you got him.
I was on him when I pulled the trigger.
So did I.
You guys shot at the same time.
Yeah, we shot perfect.
But I think the way you shot that sucker dropped.
Like a freaking ton of bricks. Oh my God, I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it.
That was too easy.
I gotta give me one of them calls.
They says you shouldn't call for more than 20 minutes. Maybe it's just 2 minutes.
How much? Yeah, it's like, watch this side. I thought, like, down in this draw. Because our smell is blowing over.
For sure. I figured that
Down there, like, over there.
We got some land here in Vernon County by Varoka, and we came here to just look for sheds and decided we'll do a little coyote hunt because we always got a lot of coyotes on our cameras all the time, and first time we ever did it here, and we set up, and like I said, it was 2 minutes, and we came running out of the hills, and that was it. And one shot, down he went.
Yep.
That's probably what 150 yards, 200 yard shot.
100, yeah.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Weekly Outdoor Plus presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Don't forget to check us out online at facebook.com/weeklyoutdoorplus. See you next week.